So there's this manga series out there called Bakuman, and it's about these kids who want to become manga artists, and it talks about and it basically like shows you like how hard it is being a manga artist. I want to watch this video.
Dozens of new manga chapters arrive to entertain all of us consumers.
Yep.
Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero,
Peak.
One Piece, Hajime no Ippo. I can go on and on about the manga that I
National.
fervently wait for, be it weekly or monthly. But something that often goes forgotten is
So
what
easy.
goes on behind that awaited
It's
weekly
they have
release.
dude a week they have to fucking
Blood,
make
sweat, and
all of
tears
that.
manga authors or mangakas
That's a
put
Rocky,
into
bro.
creating a mere 20
Rocky's goated,
pages.
but he does
But what
monthly.
is just 20 pages, a couple minutes
Still a
of
lot, but
our day for us readers, is a week of non-stop work, little sleep,
Bro,
malnutrition.
I want to pull up
and
Oda's
stress
schedule, bro.
for the author.
I don't know if you guys have seen it. Let me look at Oda's schedule. So, sleeps for 2 hours on Monday. I don't know how accurate this is today, but it was like, I don't know where he, like, showed it, but, bro. 1, 2. I mean, I guess he gets some sleep, but look, bro, when he's not sleeping, coloring, like, bro, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's getting more sleep than me. And he's making them. I get like maybe 4 hours of sleep a day on school days. That's crazy. That's his life, bro. To keep a series like One Piece going, man. That's what you gotta do. Monday is rough, dude. 2 hours of sleep a day, and then the entire rest of the day, he doesn't even eat dinner. Storyboards. I don't know how accurate this is today, but I remember that's how it was. At some point. Bro, what? Alright, let's go back to this video.
Anime like Bakuman have shed light on the life of manga.
What did I say? It's also an anime, but I read the manga. Dude, I literally predicted that. It's almost like it's what the video's
Is a
about.
week of non-stop work, little sleep, malnutrition, and stress for the author.
I'm literally him.
Anime like Bakuman have shed light on the life of a mangaka in a very realistic way.
Yep.
And the sad truth is that being a manga writer is essentially voluntary enslavement. Meeting
100%.
deadlines, living up to fan expectations, company expectations, and their own expectations
Yep.
as writers. Thinking up a plot.
Bakuman's really good. I'm on like
Today,
volume
I will
7.
go into the sad and dark reality of being a manga author and the extreme toll it's taken on countless authors to this day.
Bro, look at the guy who made Hunter x Hunter, Tagashi.
After getting picked up by a big publishing company like Shonen Jump,
I hate
though
Big
you would
Mom.
expect it to get easier from there, this is far from the truth for mangakas. There are no breaks. The weekly
Yeah.
schedule for most mangakas relies on less than 6 hours of sleep every day. A number that reduces
Just like me, for real.
usually the bigger and more popular the manga is.
Told the girls we watch
Eiichiro
Hunter x
Oda,
Hunter.
the
Nah.
author of One Piece and the
That is
biggest
not
manga in the
Oda!
history of the
That is not Oda. Oh my god, I hate when people do this. So, a huge thing online, I don't know if he's memeing, because it's a big meme as well. People always say Oda. And whenever they use a picture of Oda in like a video, it's always this guy. This is not Ichiro Oda. This is not the guy who wrote One Piece. It's some guy, I think he has something to do with Zelda. But whenever someone, I don't know how it started, but it's like a meme. I think it's a meme now that everyone just uses this picture when they say Oda. Because someone like just, I don't know, they used to use this picture all the time for Oda, but that's not Oda. Look, when you look up Ichiro Oda, it's the first picture. That is not him, bro. This is Oda. That is not him. I don't know who the fuck this is. But look. This is not him. This is not Oda. This is not Oda. This is not Oda. I know for a fact this is not Oda. Oh my god. It's like a meme. Everyone just memes on it. People who use that in their videos. So I don't know if this guy... Let's see if there's comments on this. The photo is not of Ichiro Oda. It's Ichi Onuma. And yeah, Nintendo game designer. Dude, it's so... This guy's getting all the credit online. But it's just... It's it, bro. Bro, look how tired that guy is. It's crazy. It's so. I don't know if they're memeing or not. Oh, wait, let me see. To be clear, I know that. Yeah. Oh, okay. So he said my bad.
World is
So it wasn't on
reported
purpose.
to, on average, sleep only 3 hours from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Another source claims that these 3 hours actually consist of only 30-minute naps every 4 hours. So why is time so limited? Well, you have to imagine creating a short story from start to finish, all within 1 week and all of the processes involved. After turning in the previous week's chapter on Sunday, the cycle begins anew, immediately. According to an anonymous mangaka's schedule, from noon on Sunday to 5 a.m. on Tuesday, it consists almost entirely
That's
of
Oda's.
story.
That's literally what I just showed you
Deciding
guys.
on panels, what characters appear in each, the story of the chapter, how it ends, essentially planning out its entire structure. The only break in that long period of time is 2 hours for sleep and 1 hour for breakfast.
Bakuman's really good. Watch
That is,
the anime.
as long as you consider meetings with their editors as still
The
work,
manga
of
is
course.
very dialogue
And
heavy.
you can tell from
so.
the rest of the week just how packed it is. Coloring the panels,
That's
shading,
Hiroshi's
working on the final
That's
manuscript.
not Oda's.
Only 3 hours of free time exist in the entire week, excluding eating and sleeping, which are the bare necessities. But again, to return to the idea of voluntary enslavement that I mentioned earlier, because it does seem rather harsh, we have to remember that it is voluntary. Mangakas, despite the terrible schedule, do this all for a reason. Yoshiro Togashi, the author of Hunter x Hunter, which is notorious for taking long
I think I said
periods of
Togashi. I don't know if I
hiatus,
said that name right
stated
earlier.
that it has come to the point where either the story concludes first or I die before that happens. But I do intend to finish it. That endgame looks rather bleak considering Hunter x Hunter's current hiatus chart, lined with primarily breaks for the past years. But we can never underestimate the passion of a mangaka. Likewise, Oda told his current editor when he first joined to die for One Piece. Mangakas are extremely dedicated to their craft. Of course, sleep deprivation isn't the only cost of being a mangaka either. Sitting in a chair for so long working on manga leads to numerous health hazards.
If I got to
You
work
can
on One
develop
Piece.
diabetes, despite almost all mangakas being very skinny and almost frail. Tendinitis can develop in their hands from drawing so long, something that is so common amongst mangakas that it isn't even an expectation that they'll get it. They just accept it as a way of life. One of the members of Clamp, a female mangaka collective who created Cardcaptor Sakura, among other names,
Well, they got it
suffered
easy. They got a
from
full
lumbar
squad, bro.
compression
They got a
fracture
full
in
squad out there.
2011 because she spent too many
Oda out here
hours
running
hunched over
solos.
her chair and straining her back drawing.
Oh.
Togashi, the author of Hunter x Hunter, also deals with aggravated back pain that prevents him from consistently
Yeah,
putting out
he literally
chapters.
like can't sit up.
Other series like Vagabond and Berserk, despite being some of the most highly rated manga of all time, also suffered an early fate due to health concerns of the authors.
R.I.P.
This culture of
Mura.
overworking yourself
Mira.
isn't exclusive to mangakas, however, as the concept of karoshi,
Bro did not.
death by overwork, is very prevalent across all of Japan. In 2016, it was estimated that 1 in 5 workers
Their
were
worth
at
ethic.
risk of
Their
karoshi.
work
This
ethic is so
serious
rough.
of an issue in the country, in fact, that the government passed a reform bill in 2018 that limited overtime and fined violators for
Yeah,
overworking.
it was like common at a job to work
Japan
so
is
much
a very
overtime.
collectivism-oriented country, prioritizing their group success over individual. Kona Shiomachi made an illustration in response
The
to
hell was
the
that?
2015 death of an employee due to karoshi. The key line being, "If I move one step further in front of the train, I wouldn't have to go to work tomorrow." The idea of karoshi is reflected in people dedicating
attack- is
themselves
that-
to their work
oh.
and employers, to an extent that is often not just prioritizing group success over individual, but it comes at the cost
Psalm
of
100,
individual health
episode
as
1.
well, be it physical or just mental well-being. Kishimoto Masashi, the creator of Naruto, while the series was still being serialized, never had the time to take his wife on a honeymoon despite being married for 15 years. Tite Kubo, the author of Bleach,
Is it Tite
once
or
spoke in an
Tite?
interview at
Tite
San Diego
Kubo?
Comic-Con on
Or is
how
Tite
his
Kubo?
appearance at Comic-Con was far from a vacation, as he had to draw any chapters he missed before he went on the trip, which, considering the anonymous typical schedule for a mangaka that we looked at earlier, I have no idea how he was able to fit it all in. Just another testament to a mangaka's dedication.
That's crazy, dude.
And, of course, these problems exist on the condition that the mangaka does make it. Their manga makes it into
Yep.
Shonen Jump or another renowned publisher.
A
and
lot of
they get popular.
mangas out there don't
Because
even
if
make
they
it.
don't get popular enough,
Or they get
then
dropped
they can't afford
early
assistants,
on.
a valuable asset for any manga writer, and have to do all of the work
And
themselves.
if they get dropped, they have to
Filling
restart.
in lines, backgrounds, shading, all of it on their own. The pay is also nearly criminal. The assistant to the writer of Prince of Tennis gave the figure at about $100 per page. And though that could mean about $8,000 per month for a weekly author producing 20 pages a week, this is before taxes and hiring assistants, which will, of course, detract heavily from it. Though it isn't necessarily terrible, relative to the insane schedule they have and overwork, it is certainly not comparatively enough. Getting an anime adaptation can also drastically improve the exposure and popularity of the manga. But then, as we see with One Piece for example, it is still far from easy. Oda is one of the most hard-working and overworked by extent
He's also the
mangakas out
richest
there.
mangaka out there.
No matter how big your manga is, it is always rigorous and constant work. And this all continues until your series finishes, whether it is of your own accord or not. Because it isn't just as simple as writing a chapter of one big book, but instead creating a new story every week that has to attract consistent attention and remain exciting and interesting. Otherwise, if
Okay.
the fans don't like it, the company is quick to drop. Otherwise, if
Okay.
the fans don't like
Sorry.
it, the company
Bakuman literally. This guy got his research from just reading Bakuman, I swear. Like,
drop you. After all, there's
Bakuman
no
talks
shortage
about
of
every
new
single one
manga
of these
coming out in
things.
Japan. They
Where it
can
all happens.
always get someone else. On the other hand, in anime like Bakugan, we saw how the company pressured the mangaka to continue.
I said Bakugan.
The other hand, in anime like Bakugan, we saw how the company pressured the mangaka to continue the series, despite the author feeling like it reached its natural end already. Sometimes companies will do this because the manga is so popular that they can't afford to lose it. Which
One
means
Piece.
that sometimes even the author of the series themselves don't have full control over their own story. However, this isn't a super common occurrence. We see authors like Tite Kubo who decided himself that he would draw Bleach to the conclusion he wanted, despite health concerns and critiques from the editors. Which
W.
is, again,
Bleach is
another reminder
amazing.
that this enslavement is still voluntary at the end of the day. When you look at everything put together, it's a rather unavoidable problem. Be it due to collectivist cultural standards, karoshi, meeting deadlines, or just the mangaka's own desire to finish what they started, the process of creating manga is difficult, to say the least. We can only hope as readers that the reward they get from working, creating something that resonates with us fans and succeeds is enough for them. Manga is truly the life work of anyone creating it.
I've just been
And
doing
so
it for
we
20
do have
straight
to be
years, bro.
grateful for everything they've done for us.
Better than school.
What do you guys think of all this? Leave a comment down below.
I think Bakuman is
As
peak.
always, this has been
That's
the
what I
Anime
think.
Culture Corner. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Every video. But like I said, reading Bakuman, I read 7 volumes and all that was like not new to me, but still, that's W video.